Hello internet, my name is Ren, and welcome to my newest upload. So last week, I had an idea to draw a close-up image of 007 and Noli. It was a drawing meant to be displayed at a school event at the time, but halfway through the process, I decided it didn't look too good and scrapped it. So for this video, I'm gonna try and recreate it as best I can. This drawing will be done on a small sheet of paper sized 19 x 20.5 centimeters. I don't know why it's so oddly shaped either. I got it from a funny sketchbook that I bought from a local store some time ago, so, I thought it would look good. The idea was to have them positioned in an almost yin and yang shape. Trying my best to describe it here. There's a line that goes through the middle, and it almost looks like they're a reflection of the other. But one is upside down and the other isn't. Does this make sense? So only the right side of both their faces are visible. I'll start by drawing a diagonal line down the sheet to parse out each side. So like I said, I am doing it with a HB pencil, and then I'll decide where the eyes will be. And from there, the rest of their faces. Now, this was the first roadblock I ran into. I've always had quite a love-hate relationship with Noli every time I had to draw him, mostly because his design is so incredibly messy and inconsistent. But the one thing that was consistent about his design was the fact that the right side of his face was covered by a white mask that alternates between comedy and tragedy depending on his expression. And I didn't want him to just be the mask, so I had to think, and fast. The exhibition was coming in a few days and I was stumped, so I tried to make things up on the spot, but it didn't look good. The scale of the corruption was too small, and in general, not as overly dramatic as the left side. I wanted there to be a reason why he wears that mask in the first place. His face was horribly twisted, and it's clear from the exposed side. His mouth is torn, his cheek is gone, his eye is blackened, the corrupt cold lines each scar down from his chin up to his eye. Why would he keep the other half of his face covered if it was just a single line of corrupt code down his eye? It needs to be much worse to justify why he'd cover it up. This looked pretty rough, but I continued nonetheless. Though I think making larger portraits like this can be fun for the amount of detail I'm able to put in, I do find it rather tricky to make it look good. I guess it's just because I'm not used to it. With a smaller drawing, a single pencil stroke would be enough to make the finer details, but for large scale drawings, nuh-uh. But I think this looks good enough now, so we can continue on to the coloring. Started playing some music to fill in the void. Okay, now, I had to think a little about what to do for the coloring. At first, I wanted to do some line art, but I got too worried about how it might end up, so I left it be. I thought I'd use a new method compared to my usual way of coloring. I can't quite recall what it was called, but it's similar to how I would usually color on digital. I'd block out the character with a solid color and then layer other colors on top of it. For the pencils, I usually use Faber-Castell. I think that's how you pronounce it, my go-to stationery brand. But for this work, I mostly used some from this mysterious Chinese brand I got from a while ago. The quality is also surprisingly good. They're kind of gel-like. That's the best way I could describe it. And they also blend really well. I'll start with Sev because he has favorite character privileges. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly the best at color theory, but I tried my best to use other colors that aren't just darker tones for the shading. Oh, and a no joke lead started playing while I was coloring him. I got so excited. Oh my god. Anyway, this is looking pretty patchy, but I think I like it a lot. Got a little confused while doing his hair, but oh well, could have been worse. Now we can move on to Noli. I think he was a tad bit more tedious to color because of all the little details everywhere, but it's fine. But like overall, he does consist of less colors than 7, since he's mostly just purple. So that redeems him, I guess. I also got really confused with his hair, even though I had a whole reference for him specifically. Guess I was tired. Now that they're both done, I'm gonna color the rest of the blank spaces black. And we're done. This actually looks pretty good. I really love the way 07's bright green eye stands out from the rest of the image. I think Noli still needs a little help though, but for now, this is enough. Thank you so much for stopping by and sticking till the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.